All right. So today, I just many were joining, so I got just few minutes. So everybody join. So we'll start our session today, and this is 23rd of April, 2022, and today is our the 100th weekly session on WeAreOne group, and by itself is a great milestone for all of us walking our journey together. And we're still joining. Let me give 1 or 2 minutes.
Pranam.
Pranam, Narvik.
Pranam, Arti.
Pranam, Supriya. So we just started. So this is the 100th weekly episode of the learning sessions, and we have chosen intentionally slightly different thing. Means we have chosen which is what is there in the other side, what is there beyond. So it is not whatever we'll discuss here. It is not strictly spiritual per se. I have given the spiritual understanding of 7 body systems. So we'll not talk about that. I told that what soul means. Soul means they don't have a lower 2 bodies, only third to sixth. Today we'll not go into that. It is an experiential understanding. Up to 7th body we can touch upon, feel the oneness in the physical body. That is not what we'll talk today. I'm not talking about our spiritual experiences. We'll talk about what happens after death. Okay. In general, what happens after death, and what is there? What is called hell? What is heaven? What is the punishment and life review? And we hear a lot of things. Who is Chitragupta? Okay, all these kind of things we'll discuss today. So, in that sense, whatever I'm just telling you in the beginning, whatever I'm going to say, this is not the direct first-hand experience. That's what I'm saying. It's a little different. I will share what I got from the different communication with different souls. And one of the question I have given, is it possible to communicate with this? So answer is yes. I will tell you what. And many are, they have given their experience. Some of them have, like ND, near-death experience. They have gone, and then, means if I say my experience, I can give only my time period, previous lifetime. I already explained many times. In between lifetime, we go there. In fact, we are still there. We just visit here and go back home every time. Every night in the deep sleep, we went there. I told that all of our soul travels to home every night. We don't have that memory. So those things are there. But in general, interest is not, what I mean to say, little different means I'll not share my experience here. I'll share the collective in general, how it is, to understand the structure, because what will happen is, it will clarify a lot of misunderstanding and doubts what we are doing here, purpose of doing here. So that will be made clear. Like in the world, there are different types of countries, different types of rules and regulations in each country, different type of religion, different type of things. So it is like kind of academic interest to know what they are offering, how the life look like. Suppose we wanted to know how the life looks like in, say, North Korea, or how the life looks like in Switzerland. It is just an interest. You don't live there, But at least for the understanding purposes, what it is and what is these things, how the rule operates there and all this kind of thing, it's just for the interest so that we have some kind of knowledge. So I'm just beginning and make it clear. It is not an experiential understanding I'm sharing. It is just in general what I have gathered, of course, my own experiences, also whatever we get, so that we can get some kind of structure, that so that we can know that, and then we can give like certain kind of structures. so so after life, what happens is, after death, our soul leaves the body. When we leave the body because of many reasons, like means, if it is a time, there is, everybody has a time span clock life. We are a limited, we call private limited. We have a limited time here. So after that time, soul wants to leave the body. It can leave with any excuse. It doesn't need anything. It just sleeping on the bed and soul leave the body, and that's it. It doesn't need, or it maybe some disease, some excuse. Those are the normal occurrences. Or something happened, like some accident happened, something, you get damaged, or some major, start malfunctioning, some body part, or something happened. If the body is not usable anymore, then soul has to leave the body. Okay, the consciousness have to leave the body. The body becomes there. The difference between dead body and live body, if the person is died, say maybe 1 hour back, he has all the body parts what a normal live being have, but only missing part is they don't have the consciousness. The soul consciousness left that, like a electric bulb. A glowing electric bulb and a not glowing electric bulb, only difference is that the electricity stopped flowing through it. That's all. Same as our body. If the consciousness goes, it will make the electricity is switched off, then body become a dead body. It has got all the components, but it has become a dead. Because it is a dead, it starts deteriorating. Deteriorating means it goes back to the 5 elements of the earth. What is made of? Panchamahabhuta, it goes into back, whatever method, those are cultural issues, how they cremate, how they perform rituals, that's not important. But ultimately, the body, all of the physical body has to go back to the earth. Because we are part of Mother Earth, it has to go back to the Mother Earth, whatever form it is. Anyway, so when the soul consciousness leaves the body, then ultimately, means there are some process in between. I'm not going into the detail, but ultimately it reaches its home, where it normally stays. We are all spiritual being having human experience. I'm not talking about what is the home of spiritual being. Where they stay. That particular thing is called the spirit world. You can say it is the same universe, but different vibrational, different dimension. You cannot physically access that. So now what happens is that when we enter there, they have its own society, own rules, own living, own job. They're different thing. Only you don't have physical body and you don't have money. Okay. On earth, we normally take birth to have a money lessons. Okay. There is no other dimension. There is a money. Okay. So this is one of the major thing we come here. We choose to come here. It is all about the choice. It is nothing to be imposed upon. But of course, if we do some mistake here, we have to come and repay. That's a different issue. That's a karma. But as per the soul point of view, initially, I will just explain a little bit. Initially, when soul comes to experience something, it has got a plan. It has got a plan, like it's like a drama. It play different kinds of drama. Everything understood, like a movie. Yeah? Somebody chooses to be hero, somebody chooses to be villain, and hero is beating up villain and all this drama. But nobody minds at the end of the day, because it's a just act. It's acting. It is like a play. Same here. But in between, if we do something on our own free will, because all you have given free will when she incarnated, that is a very major thing. Free will is given to experience us thing, because we have to, if we know everything, you become a robot. No, if it's programmed and do certain things and come back, what is the purpose? That is not the purpose. Purpose is to us to experience it firsthand. No. And there is no better place of learning. I mean, soul's experiential learning. Soul knows everything. It knowledge, theoretical, everything it has. Only it just needs to experience itself. For experience, free will is needed. If there is no free will, you don't have a choice. Experience will not happen. It will happen mechanically, and you have to take a decision. You have to choose. That is why free will is needed. And to have that, they given a soul has given a temporary control system, and which is mind, body, intellect. Okay. So finally, the this system has to choose and pick which way we will go. But in the process, what happens is, if there is a too many negatives, we need to choose positive out of that. That is our, you can say, that is our training and test. If there is no negative, there is no need for test. No? So what is the test about? So what was happening more and more, it is designed such a way that out of all negative, we have to choose, we have to perform, and we have to move forward experientially. That is a free will. It is very easy to deviate from that, and then we then fail the test in that sense. Okay, so this place is full of more and more. What is happening is the negativity become more, the what is called the lure become more, the temptation become more. All these things are tests. Whether you get tempted into it, temptation means, that's what we say, that ego drives us, because thought, they go into easy path. Okay. But the easy path will not earn you the score what you have come here to learn. Suppose in the exam hall, we got cheated and copied from somebody else our paper. It is an easy thing to do. We need not to learn anything. It is cheating. We got this thing. But if we get caught, then we fail the exam. No? We got thrown out of that exam hall. Same here. It may be easy thing to do, but what happens? That's why we need to choose. As a student, we have to choose. No cheating. I will do whatever I can. Maybe I will get 60% marks. It is okay. But doing cheating, getting 80 or top of the class, it is not helpful, because I will not learn anything. Maybe score something comes. Here on the art, it is easy to cheat people, like easy to convince people of something. But in the level of truth, it is not possible. Okay, it is not possible, because your soul consciousness with you, and soul consciousness is the judge. Okay, your judge, personal judge. You cannot hide anything from that. And this mechanism. See how it, how wonderful this mechanism is. The creator is omnipowerful. We told that, unlimited power. The expression of unlimited power is free will. It is given anything you can do, right? You have got a full freedom to do anything. That is highest form of power. One, the creator can pass it on to you. You have everything. At the same time, how it is balances, when you incarnate, of course, then it has given you a consciousness. Individual consciousness. Creator doesn't interfere here. Or so-called God doesn't interfere here. It is your own. It is your own soul consciousness and your own this thing. Or maybe it's a father-child thing. Father is watching what my child is doing. Is it proper or not? Okay. If the child is do some mistake, that our father punishes, so that the child doesn't do anything, because child has to grow, and father knows that child has to go and ultimately stand on his own feet and things like that. Same here. So it is a misunderstanding to think that somebody else higher is controlling us. No, it is, if somebody is controlling us, it is our own soul. It tries to guide us, because this has got its own experience together. It is not about the right and wrong in our system. I told I think last session, it is not about the breaking the rule. You can. Crime is you are breaking the man-made rule, and sin is breaking your soul laws. The truth coming out of the truth. And one of the example I was giving, being selfish. Being selfish is not a crime in our world, but a soul point of view, it need to be go towards means most holistic form of itself, or you can say the godly goodness. We are in that sense is a copy of the universal consciousness. Okay, so our creator, it wants to be have the quality of the creator, so that it goes back quality of the creator to create and nurture people. I mean, we are one. Go to that sense and feeling and operate from that. So in that sense, our soul doesn't want us to be like a selfish and hoarding and at the cost of anything I will gain. This is not the soul's path. It is a deviation from the soul's path. It is okay to not to get big things here. That's what one day I was mentioning. Even if we got a Nobel Prize after say 1 or 2 years, nobody cares. Nobody even remember our name and what is the contribution you can do. It will go with the flow. It's good that we have done, but we have done it for our own satisfaction. That is fine. There is no criticism, but expectation that this will great achievement. I will get in the soul point of view. This is nothing. Okay. How much it contributed to the society that matters. Whoever has discovered that this nuclear fusion. So he made a suicide when he has found, because it was originally meant for the power generation. When they said it is used for making bombs, I think he did suicide. I forget his name. Anyway, same thing here. So whoever has contributing for the society, they are doing selfless act. They are just trying to give it to the society without giving anything in return. So there are many such examples. So now whoever has invented the internet, I think that is also given for free, if I'm not mistaken. After that, whatever the different packages and programs developed, those are sold. But original internet, when it is developed, it was given for humanity for free. These are the fully aligned with that principle. Means it is not that you have to, you cannot operate from your. Of course, you need to earn money and all those. I'm not saying that, but when more you give like an unconditional gift without anything, it goes into that you are in operating from that. You are going in the so-called the holistic perfection. Like I was giving many times, I'll give example of sunlight because it is easy to understand. If sunlight charges for whatever it is giving us, then it becomes human type. Okay. But if it doesn't, all the energy, it becomes that holistic perfection. It's giving and giving, but not expecting anything in return. Your intention matters here. Okay. Anyway, so what is that? So that is the place we wanted to experience, and here we need to choose that. We have given free will. That is our test. Whether ultimately we choose that quality which ultimately take us there. All other things are just, we are wasting time. Okay, it's good. You just experience something, move on, it's fine. But what we get stuck into that. We get our self-interest into it, self-pleasure and all this kind of things, we get stuck. No. We need to, of course, enjoy life. But as the principle says, not harming anyone or anything. Not at the cost of anyone else. Okay. If you maintain that principle, you are fine. You enjoy. It's all, the whole universe is created for us to enjoy life, enjoy being and being there. Yeah. Anyway, so Let us come back to our original, topic of the discussion. That so what happens then? So, so now I just summarize it. The creator has nothing to do how our life is being played. Huh? Forget about that. It has only it has job to create. It wants to experience in infinite ways. We are one of them, one of the soul consciousness. Now, soul consciousness chosen. It may there are some souls that never come to earth. That is also possible. No? They show other dimension, other places, but we chosen to come into the art plane. Why we have chosen to come to the art plane? Because here the progress is very fast. See, more the difficult the exam paper is, more higher you go, the exam paper will be tougher and all. So you need to know more, put more effort and pass that exam, and then you are more qualified. Art is such a plane where you get your progress is very fast. Otherwise, in art comparison, whatever you gather, say maybe 1 year or 2 years, there maybe you take 1,000 years to go there. There is no time there. It takes its own time. There are other methods to enrich yourself, but if you, without experience to go to that level, it takes a very long time. Okay. A long time, there is no time there. In our reference, if you take that our earthly reference, it takes a few thousand years to have that one experience of that. Anyway, so they come here to do it, to quickly. It is a choice we can make, or you can stay there and do that balancing and energy and doing a lot of, cleansing and all the other things internally, and don't go ahead with the keep on sadhana and all this kind of thing. Anyway, so now let us when we start our journey on the planet Earth as a human being, we start at least as a energetically balanced position. I always give an example of a pendulum. You see, energetically balanced means it is a pendulum is what is called, it is a balance in the middle, right? But pendulum can go both ways. So one side is say negative, another side is positive, say for our understanding purposes. Now when we come to Earth, whatever we do, which side our movement is, based on that, our score determines. End of that life, we get that score. If we can maintain neutrality, that is perfect. We have all the experience, we didn't disturb anything. But if we disturb it, then we bind karma. Okay. Whether this particular aspect is helpful or not for our ultimate journey, that determine which type of choices we make. Whatever things we have done, how we are in tune with that divine consciousness. If you're off the tune, then score will be negative, low. And if you're in tune with that, then you'll get a credit for that. I'll come to that, how it is, operate that. So at the end of the life, no matter what it is, life ends or we met with some accident or whatever, it has got a different, implications. So after that, when we go there, our own soul consciousness give you the life review. Basically, you are sitting with the examiner with your exam paper, and examiner is going through page by page and see what you have done during the test. Many school, it is done, right? So you can go and ask the examiner, please tell us where I have went wrong and what. You may be doing unknowingly, doesn't matter. Whether you like an exam paper, whether you have done it knowingly or unknowingly. If you cannot make that arithmetic, your answer is not correct, you will not get the marks, as simple as that. That time, whether you say, no, it is out of our syllabus, nobody taught me, nobody told me, and all this kind of thing, those stories will not make any sense. It doesn't matter. Okay. Same here. So your own examiner, your personal examiner, your own soul consciousness will sit down with you. Okay. And your whole life review is done and nothing is hidden. It is not about what you say to others. You may have given, say, maybe It's a lakhs of rupees in charity. Okay. But your earning source is not correct. It is the blood money. You cheated somebody. Doesn't matter how many you paid. This will be count how you get it. Because you cannot hide to your own self. That's why it's called higher self. It's our personal judge. I was mentioning in Hinduism they call somebody called Chitragupt. Okay, Chitragupt takes an account and all those things. Whatever you have done, पाप पुण्य का वो account रखते हैं. This Chitragupt is nothing. Chitragupt. Chitra means picture. Gupt means hidden. It was hidden to you. It is your own soul consciousness. Nobody else. They take full account of that. It gives a life story in the light of the truth. Okay, you paid for several lakhs, but how you earned them? And your intention was that I'm making so much of charity, so many of sins get diluted. It is your thought. You cannot cheat that way. It will be taken into account. No, this takes you negative. No matter how much money you paid, anyway, you are at the time of death. You are going to leave anything anyway. I just did it little early. Or somebody thinks that I have done a lot of bad things. I'll go, and if I take deep in the river Ganges, all these things sins will come. That's all nonsense. Huh? Nothing wrong in taking dip, by the way. That's for different purpose. Huh? We do karmakshalan, kriya. Water has a purpose. Taking dip in the flowing river and that releasing that is a process. Okay, but if you think I'm smart, I will use this technique to get away of my sins. That is not going to happen. I'm telling you right now. When your own soul consciousness opens up your life journey, you will look like a fool. You feel yourself how you make your life. Basically, I call self-conning. You cheated yourself out of the way. It's not cheating is not possible there. It is the truth that matters. Truth reveals. Truth liberates you. If we are with the truth, we get through. Whatever smartness we do, we have to compensate. It is possible that we show some smartness, but as I said, pendulum is not, tilted. That's fine then. It's okay. You find that is you utilized your power of choice, but not that nobody knows, nobody hidden. That will not work. Okay, so the truth reveals itself because you cannot get away from your own soul. Anyway. So these kind of approaches, but what is the intention that matters? If you go and 10 times take a dip in the river Ganges, or you do some kind of charity without intention, it will be compensating by that kind of thing, you will get scored. Because that time your purpose is not selfish. Here you are thinking that it will make my adjust that. Or also, many times, like say healing. Yeah? So, suppose I was telling that I have a alcoholic addiction and all that. I come through that and all these kind of things. Suppose I got that how to heal. Maybe I come into some technique. I can heal myself and or meet with a master. Master, healed me and I come out of it. But if I cheat, if I don't leave that, once it is clean, it is gone. Again, I go and start, okay, he is there. So I can go and clean it and then let me do it. Let me so-called enjoy life. I can have a master, I can go, he will clean it. This particular approach, it is called using the master as your jharudar. You will fall very heavily. I'm telling you right now. So basically, I say, don't be smart. Surrender and follow that. You will be there. Yeah. But if you apply your smartness into this, that will definitely noticed, and you will get that score accordingly. all these issues are getting counted. What is your intention? What you are supposed to do? But same thing. When something happened, somebody healed, but by mistake you did something. Again, you try to do without any smartness in you, like without scheming. Then it is fine. It is less harmful than you're actually planning कि यार ये करेंगे उधर जाके उसको फिक्स करेंगे. The management technique जो है ना वो इधर लगाएंगे, it will not going to work because you're cheating the system. The master who is healing, he is healing for selfless purposes, no? So that you can progress your path. You go and follow the truth, your own truth. Direct experience firsthand, you get enlightened and move forward, then help the humanity. What the ultimate creator wants to do, you are joining to that club of going to help people without any self-interest. But if I have a self-interest, then I may be doing the same thing, but I will not get any score for that. Okay, so that is how it works. Anyway, so finally, let us come talk about what is the realms of the spirit world. I'm just structurally, engineering wise, I'm explaining first. Okay, then we'll go into little detail. There are 7 realms, okay, of the spirit world, whatever we come to know. Out of the 7 realms, each realm has the 10 stages, 0 to 9 in each realm. So there are 7 and 10 each, so total 70 stages. Yeah? So stage 1 will have, realm 1 will have stage 0 to 9. So 1.0, 1.1, 1. So and so forth. I'm just explaining technically. Then there is 2. 2 also has 2.0, 2.1, 2. Up to 2.9, and then 3 starts. So like that, it is up to 7. So 7.9, you can say that is the highest level of this structure. This you can think like each realm is like you can say a country. Just from idea purposes, there is a country. It has got its own rules, own laws, own things. And within the steps is a different parts within the country. Some place it is maybe the houses are bigger, and it is roads are wider, facilities are better, and then lower part is not that good. It is like a slum. In that you are dwelling. So there is a living conditions are different within the same country. So I'm just from the idea concept point of view. So there are 7, and each one have the 10 stages, 0 to 9. Okay, this is the structure you imagine, concept. Now, when we start our journey, we start at realm 4.5. That is a neutral position. Neutral means good and bad combination is there. So, what are the characteristics based on what we perform here? Like that, when we end of our life, we have been allocated to particular realm and particular stage. If you gain something, then we go beyond 4.5. And if you lose something, we come to maybe 3. And maybe very worst case, it will be going to 2. And 1 is a terrible place to live. It's not like a country. I have given an example. There is no rule, no law. Maybe lawless country, like everybody is looting and cheating and killing each other, like underworld kind of stuff. There are many countries that live like that, lawlessness. So there is a different kind of mechanism to operate there, and more you go higher than that, then you will get more lighter and be more flexible. So let me give you some kind of qualities of that, which is below the lowermost, is all vibrational. And so I'm just whatever I'm explaining now, these are all vibrational. The lowermost realm one is complete dark and very heavy, and all the figures are fully deformed, and this kind of things. So it will feel like I'm saying, not literal meaning. I'll say. If you feel like, suppose in a jungle, we put you inside a cave in the middle of the night and shut down the cave, and a lot of snakes and crawling things passing through you. How you feel? Okay, that kind of feeling you will have in going there. Very heavy, very painful, very distinct. That kind of experience. The one, no light at all. You don't have anything. This thing. And a lot of negativity, lot of views and cries, and this kind of feeling. Level realm 2 also, there is, it is not that when it's terrible, but no light also. Interactions there are abusive, जैसे कि हेयर इक्विवेलेंट में भी वो गाली दे के बात करते हैं ना. There are some lower class society, they always talk abusive language, and try to punish others, and behave badly, and this kind of society type of thing. And it is also dark. It is also, the energy is heavy. It's not very conducive. It's not enjoyable. So that's 3 and 2. And when it comes to the realm 3 has little bit of light, but it is foggy. Like dense fog. How you feel? You cannot see much. Like shady type of things. And but you cannot clearly see. Light is not clear, sunlight is not clear, but it is like a dense fog. So this kind of atmosphere, so it is better than that. The beings are a little lighter there, but experiences are mostly negative. So because hatred, jealousy, and these kind of things are there. This kind of negative qualities are there. Anger, angry. There are many angry beings there. So that have to experience. Realm 4 is more like, as I said, it is started 4.5. We start our journey on Earth. On that is the entry point of the soul into planet Earth. When they come with that 4.5. So it has got a more or less Earth type of thing. Like it has got a day and night. Sometimes light, sometimes not, no light. And there is a cycle, and there are different types of people, but the people are mostly what is called, they are free to go, free to move. Lower is very restrictive, and like a punishing, like put it in a jail cage and that kind of environment. Like you are not free to move. You are heavy, and it is not feeling is not correct vibrationally. Here it is more like an art. We can free to move around, but like us, we have a move around, but with a limitation. We cannot go, the many different places on our own freely. Like we cannot, go to, we cannot fly very high or go very much deep into the water. That kind of thing. We need a special tool for that. So you can use that kind of equivalent. That it is mixed type of situation. Positive and negatives are there, and but it is relatively, means there is no restriction. You can free to move around and things like that. That is realm 4. Realm 5 is like you can say, whatever I explained below that, you can say those are all hell. There is no light there. But now there is now realm 4 that is coming, the combination of light and this thing. And from 5 and onwards, then it is you get it is a lighted, and it is like a visiting a beautiful place on earth. Like a wonderful mountain with a flower, gardens all around and bright sunlight. So that is there. That kind of place you will be ready to live. You have a like a hilltop cottage there, and you can there are animals around and birds chirping. This kind of stuff. This kind of environment. And of course, you are free. You are free to move and all these things. So that is about the LM5. We can say this is the maybe the starting point of the heaven. You can say in our terminology, and the three and below is you can say that is the equivalent of hell. Whatever our idea of heaven and hell. These are just different realms. In Earth also you have a different types of society, different parts of the world, different kind of countries, different kind of societies, and same there. It's like that. So I'm just explaining the qualities of that. When it comes to that, the realm, the six, those are the being living there are extremely helpful and extremely what is called sweet talking, more with like enjoying the music and the culture and that kind of thing. Yeah? Sophisticated, I mean, culturally very much evolved type of thing. The thing they enjoy, the way they come with the full courtesy, full this thing. That is the kind of thing. If everyone is trying to help others, that kind of characteristics. And it is like the kind of thing they have that the realm 5. I said that is like a one beautiful place on earth. Here, the beauty is unimaginable, and we didn't see. There are many colors we cannot see here. Our visual is very limited. There are many colors. Those can be seen there. You can see that whatever the beauty can possible with that many multiple types, maybe few hundred times more colors are available there. So those combinations, those beauties unimaginable in our standard, in earthly standard. That kind of places, they live, they operate, and I'm saying that operate with a full cooperation with all kind of things, enjoying music, enjoying something like that, that type of society. That's the realm 6. Realm 7, I have, it is fully operated with a pure love. That is what that's what we are made of. We're truly made of, and bodies are extremely lighter. They can fly and go anywhere, there as per their wish. They can fly, they can go deep into the sea to enjoy. So it is no longer bound even with the land and time and space. Time and space is not anywhere, it's not there. But the experience is like you're operating from the pure love and the oneness. Within that, just it is about they're interacting means with two stars meeting, like two glowing things are meeting, and with enormous amount of love. So this kind of sensation you will have there. There is no self-interest. There is no need for any kind of self-interest. So these kind of stages are 7. After we experience that 7, I think thereafter there is something beyond. Then I think the dissolution happened after 7.9. What you were saying, the one point you merge with the ocean, no, that is after 7.9 you merge with the ocean. And so far as rebirth and all these things is concerned, so that is rebirth and all, as again it is a choice. These particular aspects, rebirth means we wanted to, as I said, we choose our life to advance in the score. Say, suppose I'm at 4.5. So when I understand the system, maybe I wanted to go to 5.1. It will take few thousand years for me in earthly term to go to that step by step, doing practice, learning, self-actualization, which take us there. So then what I will do, I'll take to choose a birth here. Some adverse thing will come, those challenges will come, I will overcome. I'll purify my being faster experientially. So then when I leave it, I'll go back to the 5.1. Another realm, like another country will be, we are there. So from there we can move forward. And so that's what the journey is all. Ultimate aim is to go up to above 7.9. Okay. So all this, but if I slip down with the karma and all the other things, then maybe I started with 4.5 and ended up in 3.7. 3.7 again, I decided to choose, no, I think I made a mistake, I'll go. So if you do come here, good work, karma, balance system, then maybe go back again to the 4. Otherwise, sleep again. You did something, murder somebody, go to 2.5. Next, when end of your life thing comes back. So in that, and if you go to the 1, rebirth is not possible there. You are not even competent to go to appear into another exam. Yeah, and this 6 and 7, they 6 they have a still choice, like a great masters and all. They can still. They no need to take any birth if you go to the 6 and 7. So it is all about between. You started with 4. Of course, 4 there are 10. So 10 stages are there. Go to 5 and then do something and try to advance further and all this kind of stuff. When you go to the 6, very exceptionally, people they choose to take human birth because what they do, the higher level people, they guide the lower level people, and they say 6 will, guides 5 people to how to grow. So they become that spiritual teacher in that domain. They show them how to grow. So, and this kind of things, that's how they operate their own, this kind of system that we experience in the spirit world. So rebirth and all, you can say it is happening between this 4, of course, different stages of 4 and 5, and then we got a 3 and 2 sometimes. It is very difficult to have because whoever is in 2, every opportunity they try to come to the earth because it is much, much easier. And when they come to the earth, they create havoc. They manipulate, get power, get whatever, maybe the top of the country and make hell of the people out. Okay. That's there. So they know that. So this is the type of thing, the structure. So it takes a lot of effort and all in genuine request that I will improve myself, allow me. Still they do. Come and cheat here and go down. That's a different issue. Those are the exceptions. But these are the things we come here to do. And then accordingly, our own soul, show us that. Accordingly, chooses that particular realm will fit in. Which society we are fit in, accordingly it will put us there, allocate us. So this is how it works. Okay. All right. So now few things I will just mention here about NDE, the near-death experiences. Many, you can see there's plenty. People, what they have done is they left the body, but ultimately they have explained their experience. They visited the spirit world. Okay. And finally came back because the soul's guide, they said, no, your task is not over, or something happened. They came back to the body. There are many such examples. Okay. One, if you're interested, Anita Murjani she has been, died and come back. You read, she's very good. She has written, I think, Dying to Be Me. There are several other books she has written. You read that, you'll understand how this works. And in the I think in the YouTube, there are a lot of videos are there. You just experience. I'm saying not for learning, just to have some kind of understanding that how this the ND thing works and what are the people's experiences. Of course, everybody's experience is not same. They are quite different than each other, but overall theme is same. Overall theme is they're visiting some place they've never been before, and somebody may guide or spiritual guide, or they say God they came. So that will be interesting. You can go through their own experiences. And by the way, one thing, let me know, whatever our earthly conditioning, no, whatever we feel God to whom we pray, once we once after dying, that kind of thing comes into us because they make it us so that we can communicate. Like if somebody dies, say, or if you have a follower of Hinduism, the Hindu characters will come. Okay. If somebody dies Christian, Christian characters will come. They can meet Jesus and things like that. Buddha, Buddhist characters will come. Okay, that's how it works. Yeah, it is not that oh they don't know. It's not. It's all correct. Those many opinion, that many paths. So as per your own belief system on earth, that kind of character will come and guide you there. But ultimately, there is no religion. There is nothing on the spirit world. Whatever he explained, it's nothing to do with. We call maybe different name and different things, or maybe different combinations may be different, and they look at it. Somebody say, no, there are three things. Yeah, one is heaven, one is this in between, another is hell. That is also correct. Okay. So don't go into the specification of that. I have given some kind of structure based on the information. I get it, and the people shared. And YouTube videos. Some one gentleman. He's I think pastor. I think a Christian father. His name is Randy K. RANDYKAY. So he has what he has done. He has a series of videos. He's interviewing many people who have done ND, near-death experiences. They had interviewed their own experience in sharing. So I was listening to one of the video. So one gentleman was he's explaining about what he saw before coming back to the thing. And interesting why it is, because he saw Hitler there. Okay. Hitler went to that so-called hell. And he just explained how he saw. So he's saying that every day, and he is undergoing the experiences of each death he has caused on the concentration camps. That's his afterlife. If somebody has, the burned somebody in gas chamber, killed, all these things. So in that spirit world, the Hitler's soul is, it is just because it just needs to be balanced. His own soul has putting it to. So he's undergoing each experience every day. Like so many thousands, no? So is murdered. Each one will have that experience. That's what the process is going on. He saw and came back. Anyway, this is just I found it interesting. That's what I'm shared with you. There is another book you can read. So that is written by Khurshid Bhavnagari, and some lady. I think she was in Mumbai and then went to Canada. 2007 she left. When in Mumbai, the Parsi, the family, husband, wife, and they have two sons. So in 1980, their sons, they met with accident. In the same car, two sons died in there. They have only those two sons only. They were not married. So what happened is, after their death, they started communicating from the other side, from the spirit world to their mother. And something called mediumship. That's it. Many ways you can communicate. One is medium, who can channel them. So they get the message and tell the message. Or what happens is you can or they can get hold of a medium of their choice, and then they write some messages, they make them write. And the higher version of that, your communications opens up. Then by thought reading, you get the message and you write in your handwriting or typing, you type what are the message you are getting. During meditation, when we communicate, we got the thought reading type of thing, from that anybody is communicating from that. So that is also the good book, the laws of the spirit world. That is also you can read for that understanding purposes. So and you can just check with other ND experiences. As I said, Anita Murjani's was very good. She has opens up a thing like the final message. I'm saying whatever I get, this all these rules, regulations, put there. It's just a theoretical understanding. The power to overcome these things, the thing that persists even between this world and that world, physical world and spirit world, is love. Pure love can create miracles. Pure love can have a completely different, change all the rules. Means if somebody in the higher realm, they're having the pure love about somebody who is in the lower realm, they can save them, him or her. All this ND mostly happening because they love something, and that has been attracted them to back to the life, or allowing them to go higher. So that is the message, or that is the governing principle in the spirit world. Okay, so and this world, of course, it is just a school, and that is a home. So that is how it is. So more we walk the path of pure love, unconditional love, selfless love, whatever name you call it, more we are getting qualified near and near to that. So, and more we are getting so-called progress into our ultimate home, ultimate purpose, the human purpose of this life. So with this, I'll conclude this learning session. So if there is any question, you're welcome to ask.
Absolutely. I just want to ask one thing.
Yes, Monali.
Uh, I had this experience when my mother was in ICU in her last day. I was sitting there. I didn't sleep, and maybe I have dozed off, and I heard my mother telling me, "Have you slept at all?" Very clearly. And by that time, the doctor's version was that she had her brain death has have already happened. And I very clearly remember she was calling me and telling, "Have you slept at all?" Okay, and another experience I had uh, after a date, I mean, say maybe 10 days after, and so that I used to tell her everything. If I lost anything, I used to ask her, "Ma, please find it for me." So I just lost one hair clip or something like that, and out of habit, I asked her. I didn't. I mean, I didn't. That time also, I didn't accept it, that fact that she is not with me anymore. She used to stay with me only. So I asked my mother, "Ma, please find it for me." And I found that the hair clip in the afternoon between the curtain. The lining is there, the main curtain and the lining. The hair clip was stuck in between the lining and the curtain. And it was a very impossible place to be for the hair clip to be there. It's very impossible. And I found that in between the curtain and the lining, the hair clip was stuck. And I had that feeling that she's still with me. So it happens that they don't leave us.
Yeah. See, there they can go anywhere they feel like. They're actually with us. Our, who crossed over our, our loved family members. They're always with us. So In fact, this is the way they try to, tell us, giving some signal there with us, so they can see us, feel us. And if we understand, develop the capability, they can communicate with us. Okay. So they are there, and most of the people, they write, no, the rest in peace and all. There is no resting and peace. That is another thing. They also work and active, and even as I was mentioning, during when we sleep, go to deep sleep, we go and meet them also. Okay, it is not that only consciously we don't know. That's all. But otherwise, it is all we meet, and they are with us. They are present with us. So this is perfectly normal. So what you are feeling, that is correct. Your loved ones are with us. In fact, they become sad if they feel that we are too much suffering ourselves, too much of grief, too much of, then they feel sad because they cannot do anything. They just wanted to convey we are with you. Okay. So that way it is, death means is not lost forever. It's just a transition. It's all, everybody is there.
And I just wanted to, I have read Khurshid Bhavnagari's book, and I just wanted to say, I lost our father when I was in class 6. My mother used to do planchet. You said that we should meet our loved ones going at the 4th level, or I don't remember exactly the word you said. So my mother used to do the planchet and talking to our father, and I used to write that thing with my mother, sitting with my mother. I used to write. So after sometimes my father said that it's difficult for me to come every day. Okay, but after my mother's death, I didn't do that because I felt maybe it will be difficult for her, and I didn't know that whether it is right to do or not. So is it okay to talk to her like that way, what I used to do as a child?
No, these are different methods, but see, let me explain this. More energy it takes to express, more difficult for them to, because they don't have a physical body. No? So more you go to signals and symbols, it is easier for them to communicate. And this is what you explained, this is called mediumship. You got medium, and through you're writing. I was just explaining. But to have that kind of writing, to move your hand, needs also a lot of energy for them.
Yes.
So if you higher level is, go to the level where by thought reading you can communicate. It is easy for them. It will be easy to communicate that way.
Okay.
Rather than giving some physical signal and falling some item and writing something, it takes a lot of energy for them. Okay. They're willing.
So
the method that we are using is little difficult for them to do.
So during meditation, when we go to the expanded awareness, at that time we can communicate?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that is the time to communicate. Yes. You just put the intention.
Okay.
You like to communicate. It will come, and you feel that. It is come, and then communication happens.
Okay.
It is much
Thank
easier.
you.
So really, is it that?
As a question answer, you can put a thought, they can communicate, and that is the best way to do. Take minimum energy.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
So really, is it that easy?
Yes.
Oh God, sir, I didn't know it. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thanks.
God bless you. Your intention should be pure, then they will come. If you're best, I was saying, again I repeat, it is your love that matters. If you lovingly call, that whatever method, it's not important. You have to just very lovingly call, they will come.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Any other question?
Nirupam here. My camera is not working.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead. Yeah.
So the 7 countries, what you explained, is it India related to 7 chakras? How?
No.
Seems to be similar.
No, it's not related to seven chakras. But characteristics wise, it is yes. Huh? But what I'm saying is they are not related. Like whoever has a fourth chakra activated, they will go to the fourth realm. There's seven chakra activated. So it's not like that. Okay. There's no direct link. But of course, the seven realm has similar to that what we have in the body. It's just our body is a replica of the universe. So in that sense, it came from the similar type of thing, but it is not directly comparable.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, one more thing I need to ask.
Okay, Indranil, I'll come back to you. Yes, Kavita?
Sure.
सर डिपार्टेड सोल को जब हम लोग याद करते हैं तो क्या हम लोग उनकी आत्मा को तकलीफ नहीं दे रहे?
कोई तकलीफ नहीं पहुंचाते हैं. You can pray, you can do, you can that's fine. But if you have to ask them to do something, you have to find a method where they can use minimum energy to communicate. That's all.
ओके सर.
Okay, all right.
सर आपने जो बुक और नाम और रेफर किया ना, प्लीज वो चैट बुक में बाद में आप दे देंगे क्या?
ठीक है, I'll send you separately. Yeah.
ओके, थैंक यू सर.
Okay, Indranil, go ahead.
I was just Guruji.
Hanif, I'll come back to you. Indranil, go ahead. Yeah.
Thanks for the wonderful narrative, RPG. So, in the beginning, you were saying that when the body is of no use, the soul just leaves.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Some has to leave. If bodies
Correct.
cannot be used, like accident or something happened. Yeah.
Right. But in many cases, it involves a lot of pain, physical pain.
Yeah.
So then, why is that so? And are there any sort of different paths to take? Is there any way out?
No, when soul leaves the body, after that they don't experience any pain. Pain remains in the body.
Now, I'm saying in the process, like the last.
In the process, that is, see, when we take up the body, this is a risk also we are going to take. The body will have pain and this and what is called undergo aging and this kind of stuff. It will come as a package of getting a body. Okay. So that you cannot avoid. If you choose to, take birth in a human body, you have to undergo with that process. This is one of the reasons there are the higher level, the souls, they don't want to come in a physical body. They just give the message and go. Because the moment you take a body, it's very gross into that, very heavy and very gross into that point of view. And all the body pain and this and that, and physically you have to protect it. Otherwise you will get hurt, and with that heart you will feel that heart. Damage or something, but hit by something. So that will be there. So if means death need not to be necessarily all time painful experience. Somebody get a heart attack and go.
That was my question essentially. It is smoother. For others, it is not. But the soul can understand when it is not useful anymore and can leave.
Oh yes, it is soul's choice when to live.
Okay.
Okay, so sometimes, or let me put it in that way. Suppose you have some karmic thing left. You don't want to take the karma and come again to birth to settle that. So you finish it off by suffering a little bit at the end and finish it off, like burn those things.
Okay.
Okay,
thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, Hanif.
So, Guruji, the karma settlement is done in that spirit world also, as you mentioned the case of that Hitler.
No, there is no karmic thing there. But what happens is, as I said, our soul is our own judge. So it gives you a particular domain, into that, where you will experience that every day. You experience the same thing, whatever you made others to experience, you will experience that daily. That's what I'm saying.
So that's the type of settlement, right?
Type of?
Settlement.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is the type of experience you will feel in the spirit world. Yeah. Every day you feel like getting killed, and whatever the people have done, then it will play till every account is settled.
Okay.
Means basically you cannot take that many butts here and do more havoc. If you say, suppose that means you have to, if you kill say 5,000 people, you have to take 5,000 more butts and think of 5,000 more Hitler coming into this world and making a havoc. It will exponentially grow. No? So that's why it is there, settling it there itself. That energy need to be balanced. It cannot be possible to just, there is no exception. और it doesn't get numb like oh इतना हजार हो गया उसके बाद तो कुछ नहीं होता है. Those things happen in our world but not there. So every day it makes sense actually. Every day he has to undergo those kind of pains. Huh? Not only him, whoever with him, all of them will go parallelly. वो काम चालू है उसका.
So the concept of that seven realm that you just mentioned right now, just it's correlating that in Quran also it is mentioned that they are all together seven skies and each sky has its own
That
similar.
mentioned everywhere and the different types and this afterlife is there. Huh? So many all that things. All our religious text and all they refer to that. But only thing is the way it explained. Sometimes it is what happened that originally when somebody told the prophet or the master or told that, but later on people that changed it little bit because of their way of something is lost in translation. So that's why if you literally follow that may not be correct. Huh? People are following literally, that may not be correct. That can be communicated by somebody in the other realm. They can communicate with you and tell you what it is. Yeah, so that is possible. There here, where I was telling about that Khurshid Bhavnagari, her book, and her sons are telling them what is there. Yeah? There are many. I'm not saying this is the only one. What is there, and they are just explaining that what are the things there and all from their own direct experiences. They are just communicating, and there also they confirm in the communication. They don't lose anything. It's not painful for them to communicate. That's not a correct understanding. That I was explaining earlier, I think to Monali, that it is communication is not painful. The method you choose. Okay, suppose somebody says in the school, if you go instead of the paper and pen, he'll be giving one stone and a rock and hammer and chisel to write. It becomes a painful to write this. You have to write that. Okay, this is 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. But that same thing you have to do with a hammer and chisel. It will be painful. So maybe we're not interested to go to school because of that. Okay. But if you give them easier method, they will same thing here. Okay. Yes, Aditi.
The people who are who have faced the ND situation, that also happened as per soul's plan or what?
No, these are not soul's plan. What happened? They reached there maybe early, or they have something they're very much loving. They understand something. Some understanding is given, so
Right.
they realize they have some more job left.
Okay.
So then, means due permission of the soul, they come back.
Okay. So in most of
Sometimes
the
they go there
cases,
accidentally. Hmm?
yeah. I know one of the persons so who almost who has faced this experience of ND. So it happened due to accident, but he came back. So it is matching also.
Yeah. So it has to have a various reasons. Something just simply his time is not there, but accidentally gone. He said, okay, go back and complete. Another thing, something happened, they need to understand something. Because once this thing happen, they become highly spiritual because they understand that.
Okay.
We have a misconception that this world is everything and jo karna hai idhar kar lo, jo lootna hai loot lo. These things, the implication, or we go to too much up into the what is written somewhere. It is not a direct experience. We misinterpret. That is also not correct either. You have to know the truth. So they have given a glimpse of the truth.
Okay.
And they come back.
And so in this case, it can be expected that the person, when he will come back, he will be really, really more spiritual minded.
Yes.
Is it
They
like
will
that?
understand the higher purpose of their life.
Okay.
Okay. Earlier life will be ignorant life. Okay.
Okay.
They will, one night they will not become a saint. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but their approach
my
to life will be different. Yeah. No. ND, they don't become a master one night. No. Because master needs a knowledge. That one ND experience is not good enough knowledge. Yeah.
Understood.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Resit.
Okay.
Sir, but sometimes they don't understand their purpose. Those who have reincarnated, they are like lost souls.
Sorry, what is that?
Sometimes people who have reincarnated, they lost. They are like a lost soul. They don't know their purpose.
Yeah, most of them we are. We need to know. That's what you need to find out. That's what you need to find out.
I'm talking about the people who have learnt about their previous birth. They know about their previous birth, but in this birth they are searching for their purpose. They are not truly guided.
You have any example? Anybody you talk to that who said they don't know or something? Only thing possible is the method.
मेरे जिनसे बात हुई थी उन्होंने मतलब जैसे अपना बहुत सारा लाइफ वर्थ देख लिया है 17 to 18 लाइफ वर्थ और अभी वो स्ट्रगल ही कर रहे हैं लाइफ में एंड दे नो व्हाट दे मतलब जैसे कि कर बन रहे हैं और कर रहे या उस तरह से उन्होंने मतलब ये चीज से लेकिन आज भी वो संग में भी है थोड़ा.
Anyway, so I need to talk to that person. I don't understand why they don't. Okay, it is possible to get into the purpose. Otherwise, there is no reason. I think it is a misunderstanding, Kavita. Okay, this cannot happen. If you can, have your past life, you can access your present life mission also. Absolutely possible. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
All right.
Rajdeep, I have got a question. It's not a question actually. Have you yourself communicated ever with any prominent personality? If yes, then would you please share that experience?
Oh, many.
Okay.
Many.
Please share some of the
share in an episode. Ramakrishna, Vivekananda. I had a lot of past life connections also, no? So that many. Yeah. So those are like.
Sir, please share. Yeah. Sir, please share.
No, we will. But when like a one session, like we will, because if I start talking about someone, it will be a very big story, So, and it is there to context of that one. So, it is not so what they said and what they not. Even there are ascended masters and all we communicate. No? So we communicate with Babaji is immortal. That's a different thing altogether. Ramakrishna Paramahansa Dev or Swami Vivekananda or there are many other Lord Krishna and many Gautam Buddha. All this we can just communicate and in fact we get guidance. Sometimes what happens is that ascended master, I was telling many times, I think they send a representative to whom they want to help and guide. So those are I'm getting those things like my task. So just go and do it. This one. So there are many such stories. But to give you the context, we need to tell the background, what happened, and then in the sequence, then it will make sense. So we'll go when we meet, maybe like a workshop or something, and we can.
Well, Asif, I was not meaning only the ascended masters. I am talking about the general prominent personalities. Have you communicated or not?
No, you mean to say celebrities?
Yeah, celebrities. You can say
No. Celebrity normally I don't. Okay, because I don't find there is any so-called common interest. Okay, to communicate. It is possible, but I don't normally.
Okay.
Only spiritual, yes. But those are the celebrities and all. But there are many others. They do. There are. What is his name? One psychic. Psychic Starling. There is one psychic. He communicates and with the celebrities, and sometimes he gives messages and all these things. There are many out there who communicate and get their messages and all. But personally, I don't, because it is not my field of interest. And even if you see somebody coming and giving me some message, what do I do with it? So I don't have that kind of forum to pass on those kind of messages. Yeah. Or some political figures, maybe. What do we do to get the political messages, and what's the condition? They said, I feel bad, the state of politics nowadays, and it could have been done that way. So I have no interest, so I don't communicate. But it is possible. Yeah. Possible means invitation is possible. I can invite, but whether to respond to not, it depends upon that soul. That is, let it make it very clear. That is the truth. Like a phone, no? I can make a call to you. I know the technology how to call you, but you have a right to receive the call or not to receive the call. That's up to you. Same here. Okay. But if you give me some particular somebody, I can try and get some message. That is, I can do that. If you have some kind of chosen, I can try that. So that's not an issue. All right. So any other question? I think we have. No? All right. So now just to our we'll go ahead with our regular Kriya and meditation. So sit straight.